Happy Monday, freshmen. Today's a big day. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be reviewing for our test. All right. Just a reminder for you, this test is open book, open note. Don't copy off a friend or something, but you can use your book, you can use your notes. So should be pretty straightforward for you, and I am sure that you are all going to do awesome. So I wanted to first of all review the charts with you that you can expect to see. So you'll have 3 of them. They're all going to be noun adjective charts because the main thing here is the third declension adjective. Okay, so the first chart you're going to have is going to be a first declension noun with a 1 ending adjective. And then you're going to have a second declension noun with a 2 ending and a third declension with a 3 ending. Oh, buddy. All right, so here we go. First declension noun with a 1 ending adjective. So your first declension noun is just going to be I, arum, is, as, is. All right. You've known that for a long time. Okay. Then the 1 ending adjective. So remember the 1 ending potens here would be for masculine, feminine, and neuter. But then you need that genitive form, potentis, to give you your base. So your base here is potent. All right. Endings here: star, is, e, ace, ibus, ace, ibus. All right. So that's how you do the first chart. The second chart, as I said, is going to be a second declension noun with a 2 ending adjective. All right. Now notice here, this second declension noun is going to be neuter. All right. So second declension neuter is going to be e, o, a, orum, is, a, is. All right. So note with neuters, your nominative, accusative, vocative, all the same. It's important. All right, and then with 2 ending third declension adjectives. So omnis, omne. Omnis is for masculine, feminine. Omne is neuter. So since our noun here is neuter, we're going to need to use omne. All right, and your chant here is star, is, e, star, e, and then ia, ibus, ia, ibus. Okay, and then your last chart is going to be a third declension noun with a 3 ending adjective. Most of your forms here are going to look the same. There are going to be a few differences, but the majority of these are going to be looking the same as far as endings. So your third declension noun is going to be a normal feminine third declension, and this is going to be star, is, e, ace, ibus, ace, ibus. Okay, you can see that with veritas. And then your 3 ending adjective, your noun's going to be feminine, so you're going to need to use the second form, acris. All right? And then your base, acr here, it's going to be star, is, e, ace, ibus, ace, ibus. Alright, next we're going to review our translation, which is on the wrath of Achilles. Okay, so if you need the translation and you haven't gotten one yet, which I hope you all have, but if you go to the Chapter 16 tab on our classroom board, go to the Chapter 16 tab and then click on that and then click on Translation. And I took a picture of the translation and the vocab page, so you can use that either on your computer, or if you want to print it off, if that's easier for you, that's cool too. Okay, so just a quick review, and I've gone over this already in previous videos, but just doing a review here. So Achilles was not only a brave and powerful man, but also the son of the goddess Thetis. Okay, and Thetis is a a sea nymph. So Achilles is a demigod. So he is one of his parents is divine, and his other parent is immortal. Okay. Grammatically here, we're and Phyleus, both predicate nominatives. Okay. That man had come with Agamemnon and the other Greeks to Troy, and had waged a long and difficult war. All right, so both your verbs there, pluperfect, because of the erat on the third principal part. Agamemnon and the other Greeks, ablatives of accompaniment. Okay. But now, after 9 years, sharp anger or fierce anger moved him. For Agamemnon had taken for himself a captive woman dear to him. And so Achilles called his mother, "Help me!" Okay, remember, eua is an imperative. Imperatives are always going to be second person. Okay, important to remember. Thetis, in the sea, heard him and ran to him, or hastened to him. "I understand your feelings, my sweet son," she said. "All the Greeks ought to hold you in great honor. For without you, they are not able to conquer the Trojans." All right? Think these things, or think about these things. If now you flee from this war, there will be for you little glory, but a long life. Okay? And then the other part, if, however, you remain in this place, you will find great glory, but you will lose your life. Okay? All your verbs there, fugies, erit, manebis, invenies, amites, all those are future tense. Okay? And they're all second person as well, except for erit, which is third person. Okay? And then our last paragraph, "Oh, blessed mother." You should all call your moms that. "Oh, blessed mother." They'd appreciate it. "Have a good spirit," or be of good cheer, Achilles said. "Life is short for all men. I myself do not fear a swift death. I will not remain in this place, but since huge anger holds me, I will not wage war." And then our last sentence, "How great is the power of anger." Okay, so that is our translation, and like on a usual test, you'll have a nice section of translation. I'm not going to be giving you a bunch of words down below, because you can, look up what you don't know or whatever, because it's a, open book and stuff. And then after the translation, you will have a section of, here, let me, after the translation, you'll have a section of identifying nouns. So you'll give case, number, gender, function, like usual. And then identifying verbs. So person, number, tense, voice, mood, like usual. All right. Then you're going to have your 3 charts that I went over at the beginning. All right. Then you will have a few sight translation sentences. All right. And then the next section, we've practiced this a little bit, but you'll have some sentences, and you're not going to need to translate these sentences, but all you're going to do is tell me the type of adjective use that is being employed. So we have 4 different adjective uses. There's attributive, which is your basic modifier. All right, and it's usually going to be placed right after the adjective, generally, and it just functions like a simple adjective. So, for example, excuse me, I saw a furry dog. Okay, so furry would be an example of an attributive adjective. Okay, a predicate adjective would be an adjective that's after a linking verb, oftentimes just a form of sum, and it separates it's just modifying the subject. Okay, so for example, the dog is furry. Furry would be a predicate adjective there. Then we have substantive. Okay, and substantive. This is the interesting. It's interesting because it's an adjective, but it doesn't have a noun that it's modifying. So you have to kind of understand one. You could say, well, one I like to use, and your book uses this. It's from the Bible, but when Jesus says, "The meek shall inherit the earth," meek is actually an adjective. All right, but what's understood there is the meek people shall inherit the earth. Okay, so for those, you just look for an adjective that doesn't have a noun that it's going with. All right, and then let's see here. The last one, the objective complement. Okay, so the objective complement. This is where it's a little more rare, but the objective complement is where the verb works on the object to change it into something else. Okay, so for example, fear of the enemy made the soldier cowardly. Okay, so before, the soldier was not cowardly. All right, but then that fear worked on him, all right, and it made him something else. Okay, so with the objective complement, oftentimes look for words like facio, to make. That one is often going to be a clue that you've got an objective complement. Okay, so again, on this section, all you're going to be doing, I'll give you some sentences. You don't need to translate them. You just tell me what type of adjective use is being employed. Half of them are in Latin, half of them are in English. Okay, and each one will be used twice. Okay, so once for the Latin, once for the English. All right, and then you'll have some multiple choice questions and some extra credit. Okay, so that will be your test, and this will be on Tuesday. Remember, and once again, open book, open note, and you guys are going to do awesome. And please feel free to let me know if you have any questions. And just want you to know I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day.